I'm going to go over the 2024 Division One Women's Basketball NCAA tournament, and I will say the first four, as in like the play-in games, March 20th and 21st. The first round games, as in like the round of 64, March 22nd, March 23rd. The second round, as in like the round of 32, March 24th and 25th. Sweet 16, March 29th and 30th. Elite 8, March 31st, April 1st. The Final Four, April 5th, which will end the National Championship on April 7th. And the games will be, like the National Championship games will, and the championship game, as well as the two Final Four games, they will be in Cleveland, Ohio. So, and all this. So, first I want to go over like the Albany 1 region, which I want to go over that first, then go to the other side for the Albany 2, then I go down to the Portland 3, then the Portland 4 directly across. So I'm just going to make that clear, y'all. So the one, and you know, if you're a top 4 seed in that particular region, you're going to host the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament. Though it's not guaranteed you're going to make it to the Sweet 16. So the 1 seed South Carolina will take on the winner of Sacred Heart Presbyterian. The 8 seed North Carolina will take on the 9 seed Michigan State. The 4 seed Indiana will take on the 13 seed Fairfield, and Fairfield has not lost a game since third game of the year, and now it's the Vanderbilt. And the 5 seed Oklahoma will take on the 12 seed Florida Gulf Coast University. The 3 seed Oregon State will take on the 14 seed Eastern Washington. The 6 seed Nebraska will take on the 11 seed Texas A&M. The 2 seed Notre Dame will take on the 15 seed Kent State. The 7 seed Ole Miss will take on the 10 seed Marquette. So that's that side of the bracket. Now the 1 seed Iowa will take on the winner of the Holy Cross and UT Martin. Not Holy Cross, which I know the person corrected herself. But come on, that's not that hard of a name to mispronounce. The 8 seed West Virginia will take on the 9 seed Princeton. That is a tough matchup. I mean, the 8-9 matchup right there. The 4 seed Kansas State, which they're fortunate to host, will take on the 13 seed Portland. The 5 seed Colorado will take on the 12 seed Drake. So you could very well potentially see Colorado and Kansas State. That's a future Big 12 matchup right there, and a former one at that. Remember, they were in the Big 12 before the Pac-12. Colorado was. The 3 seed LSU, which they got slided down to a 3, will take on the 14 seed Rice. The 6 seed Louisville will take on the 11 seed Middle Tennessee State. Okay, now the 2 seed UCLA will take on the 15 seed California Baptist. The 7 seed Creighton will take on the 10 seed UNLV. And UNLV is a ranked team and Creighton is a ranked team. So that's a good matchup right there. Now the Portland 3. The 1 seed USC will take on Texas A&M Corpus Christi, the 16 seed. The 8 seed Kansas will take on the 9 seed Michigan. The 4 seed Virginia Tech, which we know Virginia Tech's best player and one of the better players, Elizabeth Kitley, had a knee injury in in the last regular season game of the year. And we're going to have to wait and see the status on her. And I know that Indiana does have a injury as well. I'm just saying, like, to McGinsey Holmes in their backup, and they were both banged up. So that's besides the point here. Virginia Tech will take on the 13th seed Marshall, which that is not going to be an easy game necessarily. So that is one to circle as a potential upset in the first round. But will it happen? I don't know. It all depends on about Elizabeth Kelly if she's going to play or not. I just know Georgia Amore and Elizabeth Kitley combined for 42 points per game out of 74.2 for Virginia Tech this year. Well, the 5 seed Baylor will take on the winner of Vanderbilt and Columbia. That's an interesting playing game. So, now the 3 seed UConn will take on 14 seed Jackson State. The 6 seed Syracuse will take on the 11 seed Auburn or Arizona, the winner of that game. The 2 seed Ohio State will take on Maine, the 15 seed. The 7 seed Duke will take on the 10 seed Richmond. Now, last region to go over here. The 1 seed Texas, which they got the 1 seed over Stanford, will take on the 16 seed Drexel. The 8 seed Alabama will take on the 9 seed Florida State. The 4 seed Gonzaga will take on the 13 seed UC Irvine. The 5 seed Utah will take on the 12 seed South Dakota State. And I could totally see Gonzaga falling in the round of 32. I could totally see it right now. The 3 seed NC State will take on the 14 seed Chattanooga. The 6 seed Tennessee will take on 11 seed Green Bay. And that's not going to be an easy game for Tennessee. Even if Tennessee gets by, will they beat NC State? Possibly, but who knows? The 2 seed Stanford will take on the 15 seed Norfolk State. The 7 seed Iowa State will take on the 10 seed Maryland. That's a tough first round matchup for Iowa State. Maryland's playing really well right now. So I will go over like the scores of like the first two, like the playing games, as well as the round of 64 and the round of 32 games next week, just to give y'all an update on that. And I will preview like a few Sweet 16 Elite games and Elite 8 games, which apparently on the ESPN app, it's not showing the stats anymore, so I have to literally look up on the internet, like Safari, Google, y'all know. Apparently that's the case now, but oh well. And I'll definitely preview the Final Four games and the national title game, and I'll recap it like every single game, and like I will just mainly go over like stats for the game, for the Final Four games and the national title game, just to explain what happened in those games. And let the madness begin. This is one of the final years of the COVID year, as we all know. And there's been more upsets this year, and it's just the parity is there this year. The question is, will somebody challenge South Carolina for the national title? I know they almost lost to Tennessee, and they needed a buzzer beater 3 to even get to the SEC title game. We're going to have to wait and see what happens from here. So anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later. On the road to 600 subscribers, of course, ultimate goal. It's 1,000 more, so we may out this course. Like a video, comment video really helps YouTube algorithm, so more people can see it. Sharing the video does help as well, so more people can watch. And if you're watching and subscribe, hit the subscribe button. It's free, the notification bell as well. And by the way, I did make a community post about this. UConn women's basketball is down to 8 scholarship players now, because the player that was in concussion protocol, she is not going to play for the NCAA tournament. So that's a big yikes. And they might fall in the round of 32. They might, but I'm not counting. I would not count on that, because I thought that was a possible case last year. But even when I thought they could get there to the Sweet 16, I thought they would lose right away. And that might still be the case, because Ohio State is on the way to potentially go to the Elite 8. So that's all I got to say about it.